My favorite Christmas tradition is one that's I guess I've had for about 10 years now. And it was taught to me by some friends, David and Catherine, during my year in Belfast, Ireland. And my parents were over visiting me for the Christmas when I was there. And it's where you take a chocolate. I don't know if this has like a fancy name or if it's just something that this hilarious crew does, but you take a chocolate and everyone puts one on their forehead, and you hope that it's warm enough and the heat's on to where the chocolate melts just enough to where you try to then slide it down your face without using hands, no hands, and you just have to kind of like bob your head and get the chocolate to slide down. And of course, it makes a mess. And the first person that gets the chocolate in their mouth without using their hands wins. I don't know I mean. You win bragging rights, pride, and obviously the chocolate you're about to eat. And then where might God be calling me to live my life with greater faith and fear? Um, I love this prompt and this question, and I think it's an important one for us during Advent as we move into the Christmas season. Um, for me, it's really focusing on what I can do in this neighborhood and in this congregation. I think I have so much fear when I think about the big picture of the world and what's going on. And the truth is, the biggest place we make an impact is are in smaller ways, in the ways that we interact with our neighbors, and the ways that we interact within our households and in our communities. And so I think God is really calling me to focus my faith um, for justice work and for spiritual revolution and for my own growth and progress in the small ways in my life and in the ways where I really can make a difference, and that can give me more hope and hopefully eclipse the fear that comes from getting overwhelmed by some of the stuff going on in the world. So I'm very hopeful for that, and I trust and believe that the Spirit will be at work within me and within all of us in the Evergreen community.
One of my favorite Christmas traditions is spending Christmas Eve and Christmas with my family. That has changed in recent years. We've done something different almost every year for the last couple of years, and we've started to do new things with gift giving. One year we had 30 minutes to do all of our shopping all at one time in a Walmart, and we kept it at just that 30 minutes, and you were assigned a person. And another year we did homemade gifts, and another year we did a gift that you already owned that you were giving away. And I'm really proud of my family for the ways that we have evolved our tradition of gift giving to be more creative and more fun and more sustainable. And our second question is, where might God be calling you to live your life with greater faith than fear? I recently came out as a member of the LGBTQI plus community, and that has been a step of faith and a step away from fear. And living more authentically and more honestly in the world has been really amazing and something I look forward to continuing in the upcoming year.
Hey y'all, it's Mr. Corey here, and I'm here to tell you guys my favorite Christmas tradition. I have a lot of favorite Christmas traditions, but one of my most favorite Christmas tradition is hanging with my family on Christmas. So usually on Christmas Day, that evening, the afternoon, maybe around 12 or 1 o'clock, after we open gifts at our various homes, we all come together at somebody's house that we decided um, that we will come to, and then we'll eat and open more gifts and talk trash and play cards and play games. This year, we actually did something in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and so we had a holiday dinner, and so we played a lot of games and ate a lot of good food, and it was really, really fun. So that's one of my Christmas traditions that I love, and that's how it's evolved this year. Instead of doing it on Christmas, we did it in between. So that was really cool. And then the second one is, where might God be calling you to live your life with greater faith than fear? I think that God is probably calling me to live my life with greater faith than fear Probably when I'm holding the microphone. In so many different places, I'm able to speak and let God's light shine through me. And so my prayer is that wherever I go, wherever my feet stand, is that people see more of Him than Corey. And so just hopefully, wherever God sees me, wherever whatever space God puts me in, I'm able to show up and show more of Him and less of myself, and just do the things that He wants me to do. Um, and do that with more faith than fear. So yeah, that's me. Happy holidays. I love y'all, and Mr. Corey. See y'all soon. Go Grizzlies.
For me and Kermit. My favorite Christmas tradition, one of my favorite Christmas traditions is holiday movies and old timey Christmas specials. I love the Peanuts Christmas special and just hearing everybody sing Hark the Herald Angels to Charlie Brown at the end. And My family has always been a huge fan of the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, so we can pretty much quote that entire movie from start to finish, which is probably really annoying, but just fold in with us and we'll quote at you and have a big time. And this tradition has evolved over the years because Justin takes my love of holiday movies and specials and amplifies it times like 1,000. So that's been really meaningful and cool for us to just find new traditions that we love and new things that we want to get snuggly and watch together, and just new ways to kind of weave just seasonal fun and festiveness into our December. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas is our household favorite. So if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend. It's Jim Henson and it's less than an hour long. So who could say no? As far as where God might be, reading the prompt, calling me to live my life with greater faith than fear. How long is your show? Uh, Lots of ways. I wrestle with fear a lot. I'm not a laid back person. That's probably resonating even right now. But I am a faithful person, and I think one of the things that I'm working on is just I mentioned this in the sermon I gave in October, just loosening my grip and just having more faith that things will work out the way that they're supposed to, that most things are not life and death. And that we need to lighten our grip on other things so that we have the space to process and show up for the things that are life and are death. And that everything in between is just probably not as serious as I tend to make it or think it is. So that's a spot where I'm just being called to lighten up and loosen up and really just believe and accept that we're all out here doing our best and our best is enough and you are enough. And I wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Howdy. My favorite Christmas tradition that I do with my family would have to be on Christmas Eve when we all get together. We all love Christmas cartoons, so we love the original Grinch. I mean, I like all three versions of the Grinch, but the original Grinch from like 1960 something, Charlie Brown, and like the stop motion Rankin Bass cartoons, like The Year Without a Santa Claus and Rudolph and all the things. So getting together and watching that, and also very surprisingly, scary movies. We love a good horror movie on Christmas because my family is a horror movie family, and so those are some traditions that I can always look forward to. And where might God be calling me to live with greater faith than fear? Um, I would say in everyday life, um, just with things that I can't change, um, just calling me to have faith instead of getting worried about all of the events of the world that can seem so overwhelming. It can really help. And I really feel like I can feel God um, connected to me and speaking to me when I can do things that help the people around me. So even though I can't do anything about the big problems of the world, um, and that can be scary. Um, it helps give me faith and hope that things can change um, when I can help the people in my city or, you know, in my community. So, yes, I'm hoping y'all all have a very Merry Christmas and I love you and hope you stay warm and comfy and cozy.